I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report. Garber, Buick, GMC in Fort Pierce, Florida. Speaking of the first person is if I were Agent Lightning, our crack undercover agent. I arrived during lunchtime, and before I could walk up to a vehicle that caught my eye while parking, a salesman named Lackos, Lackos, emerged from the side door, introduced himself with a handshake. "What brings you in today?" Lackos asked. "I'm looking for a 7-passenger SUV. Is this one?" I replied, placing my hand on a new 2024 Buick Enclave Avenir FWD. And Lackos says, yeah, as a matter of fact, this is the top-of-the-line edition, referring to the Enclave Avenir. You have great taste, he said. I looked the vehicle over, walking around slowly with Lackos close behind. I saw, this is not going to shock our regular listeners, I saw no Monroe label on the car, in or under the vehicle. In other words, there was no Monroney label. I grumbled about the lack of window stickers on the vehicle. Not sure if you heard me. Lackos shared that Garber spans the entire East Coast, which is remarkable because we haven't heard of them, and is the oldest Buick GMC dealer around, over 100 years old. I responded with a surprise, During our test drive around Fort Pierce, we didn't go far because there wasn't much gas in it. Lackos said something along the line of, "Whoops," and did a U-turn, informing me we were heading back to the dealership to go over my numbers. As we walked inside, I told him I wanted to see the factory window sticker. He said he'd print one. Inside, he asked for my name, license, and contact information. "I won't be buying it tomorrow as we're closing on our house today, and I can't do anything until our mortgage closes," I informed him. "I can't give you the price if you don't do a credit application." Now that's bizarre, illegal, unethical, immoral, and shocking. Okay, let's just run it as it is, as if I'm paying cash. I suggested, to which he agreed. He added that he's a very low-pressure salesman. I muttered something under my breath that he couldn't hear. He printed the window sticker and handed it to me. The MSRP was $57,500. What are you thinking as far as price?" Lackos asked. Here we go. Let the games begin. "Well, I really want to know what I'd be looking at out the door with the new plate, tax, etc.," I said. "We don't really do that here until you go to finance. Imagine buying any product. Are you going to finance it? I'm not going to tell you the price unless you tell me you're going to finance it." "Well, I can't really do that until I see a price, and I'm not able to do that until my home loan closes tomorrow," I responded. Lackos excused himself to speak with someone in a glass office. Upon returning, he assured me, "I'm working on this for you. Just need to wait for Mr. Lenosi." Isn't that interesting? Mr. Lenosi. So he's already setting up a kind of like a tier level of importance. Mr. Lenosi. That means he's the boss.
Mr. Lenosi sets the price.
To finish up with his customer. Or maybe Mr. Lenosi requires Lackos to call him.
Mr. Lenosi.
I don't know. Then he will get the final price. After about 8 minutes, Lackos returned to ask, "Can you write a check today and we can cash it tomorrow? And you can take the car now." I mean, first of all, it's stupid to say, and I wouldn't trust him. He would cash it today. He's lying. He'd cash it today. I still haven't seen the price yet, but that's certainly a possibility. Now she's got to play Agent Lightning had to be boiling instead of saying, because it would have ended quickly for a lot of people. They would have said, "Are you out of your mind?" And they would have run.
Yeah, but she's got a report to write.
You got to write the report, so she just... I still haven't seen the price yet, but that's certainly a possibility that I'll write the check and you promise you'll get a check. Oh. I pointed out, trying to sound a little exasperated. He then inquired, "Are you a first responder?" Out of the clear blue sky. "Are you a first responder or in the military, Veterans Day? What about a Costco member?" Now, you know why they're asking those questions, because of the discounts. Typically, they ask those questions where they've been advertising, but this, I mean, if there is a positive, this was not an advertised price. She came in and was quoted the price, and the fact that he asked those questions is a little bit of an indication that there might have been a discount that he would have found that she could have been qualified for. Well, I am a Costco member, I confirmed with a sigh. He engaged in small talk while waiting for his manager. After shouting out to an office to confirm my zip code, he excused himself to a restroom break. Upon his return with the paperwork, he asked, "Are you ready to write a check?" That's aggression. I said, "Show me what you have there," and he began to review the worksheet. Top line selling price was $59,495. That's $29.95 over MSRP, $2,995 over the Maroni label that we had to beg to get. Then he printed it out. I wonder what happened to the original one. Then they took off $3,264 as a Costco discount. Now, that's not the way Costco tells you to do it. That's ad lib. He just did that.
But they jacked it up to about that discount.
That's right.
Right before that.
Of course. Silly me.
It is a discount.
See, I was trying to give the guy credit. The reason he wanted to know about the qualified discounts, so he could add the qualified discount to the price.
Right, exactly.
So, I was just trying to be nice.
No.
They're even worse than I thought they were. The new selling price was $56,231. Now, this is either an error or an intentional sleight of hand. The new selling price should be lower, $55,871. This move picked up an additional $360 for the dealership. I think it was a mistake.
Really?
They wouldn't fool around for $360. Next came $997 in added equipment, identified by the asterisk as Garber Value Pack and lifetime warranty. And by chicken scratch to be window tint with Zerk. They added a $299 online filing fee, and then they added an $895 dealer services fee. The subtotal before sales tax and tag, the real price, was $58,429. This is $2,679 over MSRP. Now, when you're trying to get $2,679 over MSRP, when prices are coming down and you're selling Buicks, that's pretty bold. And here it is again. Ready to write a check? Blankos, I haven't even spoken to my husband yet, I replied. He suggested, let's walk out to your car and talk to him. When I explained my husband was on a work call, Blankos became more insistent, which really irked me. I tried to communicate this ire by staring and frowning, but he just kept going. I held up my hand and thanked him for his time and began to leave. He followed me, attempting to speak with my husband, but I quickly texted my husband, "Stay on the phone, honey. He's following me out to the car." We neared my car with my husband inside faithfully, playing his part. I shook Lacko's hand and he said goodbye, apologizing that my husband was still on his call. Wow.
Yeah.
So there you have it. I should ask for the votes, though. I'm almost afraid.
Yeah, I'm going to fail him. They got an F for me. It's been a while since I've done that.
I'm seeing an F for Garber Buick.
I give him an F.
I think we have to have a new score because F is not sufficient. I'm glad we had this report because an F is pretty much obviously an F.
Yeah.
I mean, they should send the bulldozer down and raise Garber Buick. Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.